And we are live. Hello. Hello, everybody. How's it going? How is everybody? And then we'll do intros.
You can see by the bags under my eyes how I'm doing today.
Probably me as well.
I had nightmares, couldn't go back to sleep, decided to start my day early. Had a really good start to my day. And then, I've done nothing.
Yeah, I had kind of a similar day. But apparently Bonnie has had a very productive day.
Bonnie is living my best life. I'm just saying.
And mine.
If this is your best life, I say strive for more. Because
hey, you've got the purple hair that I want. You got a whole bunch of productivity, which I want.
I did it myself.
You've got a glorious, glorious Star Wars mug, and I just have my Eldorado cup.
So awesome. Wait a minute. How do you do the thing?
Don't feel so bad, Charlie. I have roots. So
what's this do?
Yes, but my roots are this long.
Hey, I'm clicking on all the things and they're not working. Oh, there's that one. What's that do? I'm messing around. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Anyway, yes, it's a Baby Yoda mug. That is so cute.
He's got a name now. It's Goguru.
What is the name?
It's Goguru.
Goguru. Okay. And that's the character's name? Yes. Or the species? Oh, okay.
That's the character's name.
What's the species name? Does anybody know yet?
If they follow George Lucas's wishes, and there are very few things that I want people to stick with, he wanted the name of the species to always be a mystery. He wanted them to always be a mystery. That makes a lot of sense. In fandom, we have always called them tridactyls because they have 3 fingers.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
But we've always called them tridactyls because they've got 3 fingers. But
it's also a Muppet thing too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of Muppets with 3 fingers.
But there's never been an official name for them.
Interesting. Anyway, do we want to do an intro in a second? And then I have some fries and things to eat.
My name's Bonnie. My channel is Bonnie Phillips Writer Life, and I am going to be doing some more writing. Earlier, I got a little over 1,100 words done in an hour of a lock-in by myself, so I was pretty productive earlier on some focus time. I may also work on some more Christmas cards, try to get some of that done.
Cool.
Sorry about that. The hubby is fighting with lights in the living room, and I'm telling them to get brighter, and they're turning off. Just all you have to do is turn lights, and they go bright. He's like, I said that, and they turned off. I'm like, that's not what they're supposed to do. I said lights again, and they turned red. I'm like, that's not what they're supposed to do. So, yay! Technology.
What are you guys working on tonight?
Did you want to do an intro and talk about what you're working on, Charlie?
My name is Charlie. I do sprints on my channel, which is also getting a bunch of Vlogmas videos, which I'm having fun making. I don't know if anybody's having fun watching them, but I'm having fun making them, so I'm working on what I've been calling Project Purple, which is my Crypts and Wyverns story world. I've been building them up, and it's going slower than I want because I'm being overly sensitive about how detailed I'm being about things, and I got into my own head, and I need to get out again. But for anybody who wants to check that out, if you go to worldanvil.com/w/Crypts and Wyverns, or it's linked from my channel page, you can see everything that I'm writing in the World Ember folder, because it's all going to be right there as soon as I get it done. And your likes would be greatly appreciated because I really want to win a Hero Forge gift certificate because I really want a figure from Hero Forge for Christmas, and I don't want to spend money on it. So I would like to win a thing so that I can use their money on it.
Yeah, there you go. Kind of like when I won that Scribbler box from Bonnie.
I'm glad you did
that. I'm doing world number, and which means I have challenged myself to write 10,000 words of world building in the month of December. I have done like 530 some, not bad. I want all the badges though, which means I'm going to try to get 50,000 words of world building. Wow. And I've only done like 500. So I got a lot of work to do.
500 closer. I mean, that's only 9,500 to write.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I can feel the espresso hitting my cheeks already.
Uh-oh.
See, I might have to go make a mocha because I want to be in the Hummingbird Club.
You know what? I love it because it just, even if I don't feel like smiling, coffee and espresso just forces me. Like it's
or tea, or strong tea like that. So
I had tea,
even though I had a nap. Anyway,
thank you for that, Devin. You will find the link from there.
Bonnie's sounding like a robot to me.
Oh no.
I hope my connection's okay. It does look like I'm having something popped up in StreamYard saying having trouble connecting. So I hope this will work all right tonight. But looks like Charlie's spinning on my end.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, if it goes on, we can always switch. I can set up my channel.
Or we can do crazy productivity on mine yesterday. We did, I think it was, what was it, 10 20-minute sprints in like 5.5 hours?
You may not have known I was there, but I was silently popping in and out of that stream yesterday.
We were crazy productive on my stream yesterday.
I saw that. I had ran up to the store to get some milk and I came back. I was like, they're still streaming? It's been like how long? So
I had a list of 2 things I wanted to get done before the stream stopped. I was like, people don't have to stay here with me, but I'm not leaving till these are done.
You're leaving all my stream with myself.
I can entertain myself at any point in time.
Yeah, my internet is being a little weird. I'm sorry, guys.
If you have to switch over,
it'll make me feel better if I eat a fry.
I'd be more than happy to put up on my stream if you'd like. If it goes out over and over again.
Oh, okay, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Just let me know.
So sorry, folks, about any issues here. But since it's working, let me do an intro.
Yeah.
So my name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I am a writer, editor, and artist. As a writer, I've done a lot of things in the last 20 years, but I am mostly, as a writer, I'm working on a young adult fantasy, because the age of my protagonist is 18. That's why I guess it's considered young adult, but let's see. As an editor, I am I am a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader for independent authors and also for small publishers. And as an artist, I love making cards with watercolors and inks and gouache. I also do panels usually with fantasy themes. Sometimes I make all this stuff with writer themes, and so I recently started an Etsy shop. And let's see, all of my social media is Heather Dewey Pettit, and my Etsy shop as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm not quite sure how much I will actually be doing because I kind of have to focus on doing the stream stuff. So at least as long as my internet will hold out. So okay, there's that. And I did want to say hi to Dahlia. Hello. Yeah, YouTube. How are you
YouTube's been a
doing?
stinker all day.
I am.
And earlier, and Devin. Thank you to Devin for putting Charlie's website on. Thank you very much. And CB has what? 79,000 words to make up.
Sweetie, you've already written 500,000 words towards your Millwordy. I just think you need to remember that, CB. Like, you're killing it.
That gives me
don't put too much pressure on yourself. But I have faith in you. You might get that done tonight. I mean, you write like crazy fast, and I love it.
Yeah. Good for you, Kat.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Kat writes quite a bit too.
Yeah, when I get started on it, I am going to be working on a Lost Empire. Brief history of a Lost Empire.
So I pulled up my timer list if you need any assistance with timers tonight.
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Says the person with the weird internet.
That's okay. My whole stream went really wonky yesterday, and I was just using the Google timer. So we went back to the phone.
And if you watch my Vlogmas Day 3 video, you get to see me with no makeup on.
I have no makeup on. Well, maybe. Talk
about going out of my comfort zone for Day 3.
Let me get that cute.
Oh no!
Like I said, you inspired me, Bonnie. Like I said, I guess it's uploading, and that might be cutting into that might be why I'm having internet problems.
That was a early morning before I did anything much today, right after I put the kids on the school bus. So
queued up on the big screen.
Our kid on the bus this morning, and then I didn't do a whole lot else after that.
Mine only go 2 days a week, so.
He's going to make days of lunch. Why won't it show the comment? Show the comment. But yes, Bonnie, I've actually been working hard on getting more comfortable in my own skin.
Me too.
Here, especially. There it goes. It's really slow. Really, really slow.
Charlie, you're not watching me, are you? What are you watching?
No, I'm not watching Bonnie at all.
It was cute. I really liked it. And it reminded me.
Crusty eyes, everything.
Reminded me of that I'd seen something recently about salt dough ornaments. I made those when I was a kid.
Yep, they were sitting on my dining room table.
Awesome. So I think, but my kid likes to do everything. He really would rather do all of the steps. I do all of the steps with him instead of pre-making things. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I think my kids are happier painting than they are. They can cut them out when I make actual cookies. I wanted to prep them for them to.
At least that's more edible than salt.
Well, I think we're going to give those as gifts. So they'll probably end up in a few Christmas cards to a few people we're not going to see. And
that's a great idea.
That's probably what we're going to do.
Okay. Let's see, 7:21. We'll look at. I'm curious about a couple
I'll hug
more of
my mug
these.
while you hug your toy.
I just saw CB say, "Ah, Baby Yoda squish," and I was like, "Okay, squish, 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 squish." All the squishable. It's not Baby Yoda, it's just
I may
Yoda.
have to go Avatar mode.
Avatar mode. Yip yip.
CB, how much does it snow where you are? I am just curious.
CB's in Scotland. They tend to get snow.
Yeah. I just meant that. Are you close to the mountains? Are you in the
Ooh, that's a
Highlands?
good question. Because there's the Highlands up there.
Mhm. Or do you live near the heather? Sorry.
We got our first snow yesterday, our first heavy snow yesterday.
I
So,
saw that. Oh,
it melted today, but
it's like Narnia snow. It just was everywhere. Wow.
and we actually behind our property, actually it looks this way, but it's really the other way. We have like the back of our property, there's like a small hill that goes down, which is pretty cool. So my two are younger, they can slide right down the hill in the back of our property. I mean, it's
There
not a
you go.
massive hill, but they
So
don't have
you
to.
have. So is it? Wow. How very what's it called again? What's your? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. What's the area called? Not upper. What's it
It's a
called
rural
again?
area. It's a rural area.
Upper
I live like really
York.
close to a college, to a senior college too, though. So, I have a college that's practically
outside
across the street, but the way the street is, there's a lot of property in between the street and the actual college buildings. And then on my side of the road, it's more woods and things of that nature. So
That's cool. Eva went outside barefoot today.
See, my
Oh, not
husband
warm enough, huh?
would go out barefoot
That is
even in the
very,
snow. I
very
have to yell at
slow.
him to put shoes on.
I want to tell you
yell at him
guys
to not
something
wear
so
shorts.
bad, but I'm going to wait and tell you privately a funny story.
Because if he had his way,
And
he would wear shorts all year
about
round.
every
no matter the
15
temperature.
years. So,
I wonder if people are still doing those polar bear plunges this year where they get down in their swimsuit and run in the lake.
I don't know.
Usually it's a fundraiser of some sort they're doing it for.
right.
Yeah, I haven't.
And that's a great idea. Let me see if I can select this. Oh, let me.
How many things are we planning on doing tonight?
Getting a little distracted. Let's see here. It's almost 7:25. Let's try and do 4.
Okay.
But 3 would be fine.
You want to start with 15 maybe? Do a nice little warm up?
That would be fine. Sure. That sounds good.
Let's see if I can find. What kind of timer would you like?
Oh, you can choose.
Okay.
You're doing this for me. Thank you so much.
See. How about Doll or Lisa Daly's timer?
Doll.
Okay, yeah.
My alien overlord, if at all possible. Because I love doll timers.
Okay, give me a second.
I like them all. I like them all.
I like a lot of them too. I think
Say,
like
Lisa
the
Dolly
rainbow
are
one
really
that
cute.
doll has, and the uh-oh, Bonnie went bye-bye.
Oh. Darn it.
Oh, Devin, if I could take your snow, I would
Every
take your
time
snow.
I haven't. Right.
I like the snow.
I like snow too. I have good memories of snow.
I don't know, Kat. I don't know.
Wait a second.
Something happened. Maybe Doll really is an alien. Maybe
I'm
Doll
sorry?
really is an alien and she abducted her.
I have a feeling she did that, Kat. Don't say that, Devin. And hi, Maggie. How are you?
Oh no! Oh no!
Days.
Gremlins are coming. The gremlins are here. Bright light. Hello, Maggie.
The one thing that always stuck in my head from that movie. My gosh, I think my younger brother had one of those.
The thing I love about this is that they didn't set it up.
I think
They set it up so his eyes are slightly looking off to the side, so like everything's a little bit sus. Like, he just looks like, really?
Oh my god! I want to say my brother had one of those.
We get it in a
Back
little bit. Thank you. It was. Thank you. Hubby brought me tea. What have you done? What are you
very cool.
making up for? Okay.
Make up for something. Fun. If I can, okay. How are the goats, Maggie?
Stragglers.
Yeah, you can definitely tell I didn't put any makeup on.
That's
well,
Star Wars?
Oh, there she is.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't even
Oh my
know
goodness.
what happened. Everything on my computer just shut down completely.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. And it's a mini Yugi. Okay, the hubby's going through like old boxes and stuff, and he found the cutest little mini Vader and mini R2D2.
Oh my god.
They're so teeny tiny.
That's like
They're
an inch.
so teeny tiny.
How old do you think those are?
I have no idea. I'm wondering if they're part of an old Lego set because they have the little thing on the bottom that looks about the right size for a Lego.
Interesting. Cool.
Those are the teeniest, tiniest little.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are they from vehicles or something?
I don't know because they were in. Here, let me put this back together and I'll show you. They were in. He handed me this thing and said that it was Star Wars, and I don't know what these even are, but when you open them up, they have inside.
Inside.
But
Okay.
these have the little pegs and stuff, and they go boop together. So I don't know what this is. Does anybody know what this is? Why do I have this? I bet Oma found it. It was like, oh, it's Star Wars. Charlie will like it. And that's how it ended up in the house. But I don't even know what this is. Does anybody know what this is? Other than
That's
just
very
awesome.
interesting. It is awesome. It's such an unusual size.
They're so tiny.
Definitely. Oh my God. I hope your computer's okay, Bonnie.
Yeah, I probably did something stupid like I tend to do.
Oh, and here's the thing you're sharing.
Yeah, whenever you're ready for that.
Go ahead and put that on.
Speaking of snow,
It looked like that. That picture. Oh my God. It was beautiful. Very well composed, too, I have to say. I mean, there was a picture right in the middle, right? I mean, a tree right in the middle of the picture. Excuse me.
Oh, on my Insta?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was out my front door. So I took that picture out the front door.
A world away from Florida.
I miss Florida. I could use a vacation.
Yesterday morning, it got to about 39 here.
Mm.
That was freezing.
sorry for a very annoyed look on my face. There's some idiot who wants to write guest posts for my blog that I haven't even written a post for in like 4 years, and who is like hounding me because he really wants to write a guest post for my blog that I don't even really have anymore. And will not take no for an answer, and they're about to get blocked.
Oh.
If you hear my phone going off and you see me with an annoyed face, it's because it's this person who is just like, I want to do a guest post for you. I want to write a guest post for you. I want to write a guest post for you. That's
Have
nice.
they asked you more than 3 times? Have they asked you more than 3 times?
Yes. Many more than 3 times.
Yeah, if you've asked me 3 times and I still haven't done it, I probably won't. So,
and I'm just like, I don't really have a blog. I don't, go away.
let me know whenever you want to do a countdown, and
I was just gonna say, we can do that anytime now.
I think Bonnie should do it because she's got the timer.
Oh, I agree.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Ooh, did you hear that?
That was a good one.
Stretch.
That was a good one.
Yeah, stretch and get your beverages if you don't already. I am caffeinating, so water may be best for you, but espresso is going to work for me. Whenever you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bonnie.
No
What did
problem.
everybody do?
Got a few making my secondary list. The other side of the family for cards.
Okay.
So I'm guessing I have about 75 Christmas cards to send out this year.
Wow.
I haven't got to see anybody, so I want to at least send cards to everybody I know.
Yeah.
So if you'd like a Christmas card from me, DM me on Insta, Bonnie Phillips Writes, and put an address in the DM, and I'd be happy to send you some holiday cheer.
That's very cool. I have a couple of cards to send out myself.
I want to send you something. You have to give me an address. So DM me. I have your address, Heather.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I will have to do that.
Please. Ooh.
I hear a dog.
Yeah. What's the matter?
That is funny, Kat, with your ordering Jet's pizza when you work at a pizzeria. Is your dog okay?
Yeah. She's okay. Look, Charlie, you think I have a life? I'm jealous of this cat. Can you see her?
Yes. Okay, so we had a package arrive today, and the cat one of the cats immediately just jumped on top of it and like
I disturbed her. So
lounge. And I'm just like, I want a cardboard box that I can get that comfortable on.
Yeah, I didn't disturb her that much. She just moved to a new spot. She's like, you were too close to me, so I'm gonna move over.
I would love to give out more cards than I do. Last year, though, I made a fair few. I made 13 handmade cards.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
To family. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I need to finalize the ones that I'm making, and actually I have one that I need to send out to my niece whose birthday is this Sunday.
Oh,
so
nice.
I get hers done and sent. And maybe I can show you what I did. For that.
Can you guys see my cheekbones rising from the beginning of the stream? That's expressive.
Oh my goodness.
Charlie.
I think the front just got here. My knee's really like hurting right now. Sorry.
Yeah. Before the front came through here, my hips got really stiff.
Do you guys use heating pads?
Yeah, I just have to go do that or something.
Charlie, I'm telling you, I told you about, you make these things I call hot socks. Take a long cotton sock.
Yes.
I like jasmine rice or just regular rice. Tie the end up, heat it for 2 minutes. It stays warm for like an hour and it soothes your muscles. It would feel probably great just to put on your knee when it's aching like that.
Yeah, this just like exploded out of nowhere. So that's why I think like the front just moved through, and like we don't get like nice pressure gradients. We just get wha-bam.
I get aches and pains too, but I love my hot socks. I even put like different herbs in there so they smell aromatherapy too.
Yeah, and I've made those off and on for years, and then a couple of years ago I bought one, but it was really inexpensive, and a friend makes them and sells them at the con I go to, and so and it's very Star Wars.
That's great. I went through this stage where I was really into sewing, and
lavender in it.
I used to make some with the corn in them.
Okay.
You can make them like that too, but I couldn't even tell you where I have a nice sewing machine. I don't even know where it is right now. So I went through a sewing thing where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sew. Got a sewing machine for Christmas. Made a few quilts and blankets, and I was like, okay, I'm over this. Might come back to me someday. Maybe when I find the machine. It's probably in the basement somewhere.
I know where mine is. It just needs to get set up somewhere where it's usable.
I would like to get one eventually. I got curious about sewing several years ago, but yeah, I don't have a sewing machine, but I have my desk was made from an old sewing machine desk.
Oh.
My art desk.
Antique?
No one who does not fit this definition, please don't take it like I'm attacking you. But my great-grandmother always said that people that don't know how to sew are a failure in life. And so she made sure all of her great-grandkids, all of her grandkids, and all of her kids could sew. Like that was her life mission. Like if you can't sew, why are you even here? Like she just like had no patience. I remember being at church with her one day and somebody had a button pop off their sleeve. And they're like, well, I'll just have to have my wife do it. And she's like, you don't know how to sew? You don't know how to sew? How do you expect Jesus to love you if you don't know how to sew? Like, she just like lost it on this person because like vital skill in life. What is wrong with you?
I'm gonna admit something I did that's so horrible like a week ago. And one of my sweaters like ripped at the seam. And it was like a fluffy white sweater. So I just went inside the sweater and took my stapler. And I just stapled the seam shut. I'm like, oh, click, flip, flip, flip. Oh, all better. You couldn't tell from the outside. I'm like, that's my 10th fix. So I had to pull the needle and thread, but I used the stapler on the inside. I was like, clip, clip, clip.
I once knitted a sweater back together that had a rip in it. But yeah, she was, if it helps get an image of her, she was basically Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies. Like in size, stature, and spunk.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. It's been a long time.
I have to say, Kat, I would love that. But then I would have to figure out what to get you.
The best gifts are when you can give and not want or expect anything in return, I think. So
I have a desperate need to get Jace Maxwell a Disney Plus gift subscription right now.
That's so nice.
Because we keep talking about stuff. He doesn't have a Disney Plus subscription. I'm just like, I really need to get you a gift subscription so you can at least binge some stuff.
I don't either. So
I see you trying to be sneaky.
Old Hulu account apparently, but I need to get that.
Well, I have to say, for anybody who really likes movies, I don't know if you saw the announcement today, but if you have been debating whether or not HBO Max may or may not be worth it, HBO, Warner Brothers announced today all of their 2021 theatrical releases will go to HBO Max for subscribers for free.
Wow.
So when they premiere in the theater, they will also premiere on HBO Max.
Okay.
So if you want to see any of the movies that they have coming out, like they just saved themselves from us getting rid of them because there's not a lot of shows on HBO Max. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, so we get Wonder Woman 84, we get the new Suicide Squad movie, the new Dune movie, the new Matrix movie, like all those. Well, that would be cheaper than going to the theater. So,
oh, CB's in the UK. You said Scotland.
I thought specifically Scotland.
Where
I think
you guys know where CB's actually from, or they're just living there, or
I think she might have been born there, but she lived in the States for a while. I do remember.
one of my older sisters used to live in the UK. So
She said earlier she's in Glasgow.
I have a feeling at some point in my life I will end up in Ireland.
I want to go to Ireland so bad. Right now, I'm so obsessed with France that I'm thinking about asking for some French lessons because I love all these chateau shows. And
have you tried Duolingo?
I don't know French, but I'm
Duolingo is free and will teach you languages.
I know a bit of a few languages. I'm pretty proficient in Spanish and sign language. I'm all right.
Cool.
I'm using it to learn Japanese and to keep my German up.
I sent you something with a bunch of German words a while back. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. And so I'm loving these chateau shows of these people who buy these chateaus and they're putting their whole soul and life and everything into renovating these places with people supporting them and getting people to volunteer. And it's just a simply elegant life. And I'm thinking, as soon as I get all my kids out of my house, I'm planning. I already told my husband, with or without him, I'm going to do it. And I'm planning all these different chateaus I want to stay at, like maybe a week here and a week there, all over.
That would be amazing.
I've been to France once already, so it's not that intimidating. It's not like something in my head I think, oh, this could never happen, because I've traveled enough to know if you want to go somewhere, you'll go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm planning now, and I'm like, let's learn French. Let's plan every place you really want to stay. And maybe in like post-COVID, maybe even 10 years from now, spend a whole summer traveling all over France would be like a dream come true.
Well,
I start saving now.
Yeah.
Start saving money now for like years to come, you know.
The reason I want to go to Ireland is I've been able to trace my family back, and I know what city we were from. And I want to go see it. I want to go see it. Unfortunately, it's on the wrong side of the border, which really makes me afraid that they were unionists. But
I'm like that with England. I haven't been to England yet, and I want to go to Warwick because I know that's the last place my family descended from when they started coming over to the United States. So I just want to go there and just see if I feel anything, knowing all the information that I know, you know.
Same. Yeah, I get that. Like, I really get that.
Very cool.
Yeah, I don't know where what city or anything, but I do know that I have an ancestor who came here in the 1600s. Like in the boat right after the Mayflower, apparently. So yeah, I want to find out more about that, like where exactly.
My niece, through her father, is descendant from Miles Standish, who actually came over on the Mayflower.
Oh
my God. Wow.
I don't know how you guys have been feeling lately or this past year, but November was really hard for me.
Same.
And I don't want to get into it, but you know, I've had some hard months, and I'm a person who tries to be positive and keep moving forward. But I found, like, through this whole pandemic and all the life changes and situations and restrictions and new things going on, it's hard to see myself outside of the situation of the pandemic and, you know, sickness and restrictions and the way everything's changing so rapidly. I found it hard to see purpose and goals for the future. I feel like I was getting depressed because it was hard for me to see things past pandemic. Do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to take into myself and pull myself away from that, because it's not good for me, because I've been spiraling quite a bit. And I found that I have to start, like I said, planning for years to come, because I need for my well-being something to look forward more to than yes, I love writing. I want to publish a book. More to look forward to than sitting in my room writing every day, every minute, every day writing. I want to live life too. And I know everything's kind of paused in an inertia state, non-movement state. And so I feel like right now, before the new year, I really just got to kind of, even if I can't plan for next year or 2022, I have to kind of set some goals of purpose or some kind of vision further out, because my well-being is just like, I'm sitting here doing the same thing. I have no goals for the future. Everything's on hold. I can't see past next week or next month. It's so chaotic. Have you guys been feeling that kind of way too? That you have to look forward a little further to get out of the hole?
Yeah, I've been rereading Julian of Norwich lately because she brings me joy. And the thing I read today, just like she says in there, the biggest problem that people have is when all is happiness and joy, they think that it will never end. And when it does, they are devastated. Or when things are dark and gloomy, they think that this is the way it always will be. All is well. All is good. You just have to see it from a greater vantage place. Yeah. Darkness comes and it goes.
And I'm going to tell them I'm 40 years old. So let me tell you, even though I feel like I'm in my 20s, I feel the same way. I'm 40. So I have had a lot of situations where I totally understand what Charlie's saying. You have these dark moments where you think it's just the worst, and you get through it. Even when you don't think you're going to get through it, in the end, you're like, I really thought I wasn't going to make it through this. And then you made it through. So never give up, because what goes down can come up. So,
and that really resonated with me, especially when you realize you wrote that during the Black Death. Like she wrote that during the Black Death. She wrote that in 1373 is when she wrote the draft that I was reading, and like she lost her entire family to the plague. Like she wrote, and yet in the middle of the Black Death, in the middle of the bubonic plague, it's like just ripping through and just destroying everything. She had that presence of mind to just write, all is well. Darkness comes, darkness goes.
Sometimes we have to lie to ourselves to make us feel better too.
And it's such a powerful thing.
Like you're crying, but you're like, I can make this day better. This day's going to be better. Tears streaming down your face. It's got to get better. We lie to ourselves to make ourselves feel better, but sometimes it can make us feel better. So I learned a little trick from my 6-year-old that if you're sad, you hold a smile and count to 5, you will automatically increase your happiness.
And make yourself laugh or watch someone else laughing.
Yes.
The sympathetic nerves in your brain will mirror it, and you will start laughing.
Well-being is really important right now. I know a lot of people are struggling with that, and depression, anxiety, loneliness, trying to find a new routine, thinking things are going to change again and not being able to find a new routine, distractions. So make sure you're taking care of yourselves.
And then, some people are out of work. And that can affect us.
And we just need to stop all the squabbling and realize that we have to help.
Oh, I'm making a mess here. That's funny that you said that, because my little calendar here, I'll read it to you. It says, employment is nature's physician and is essential to human happiness. That's my calendar today's quote. So there you go.
That's really cool, Bonnie. The quote and that little calendar.
Thank you.
That's neat. Yeah.
So it's not a specific year. You just keep flipping it every day.
So Nicole, do you find that works well for you, the Duolingo?
I love Duolingo. I've been using it to learn Japanese, and it's very helpful, even though I'm really stupid when it comes to kanji. And it's really like, that's because I have to learn how to read something completely different. I've been taking the German lessons in there as well to keep my German up. Because
now, are these just voice lessons, or is this like actual?
No, it teaches you to read. It teaches you to read, write, and understand. So it will teach you the words. It has lessons in there where it will tell you. It will either say it to you, and then you have to type it in the language to show that you heard what was said. You may have to translate it from it being spoken. You may also have to translate it from being written. Both ways. It's really nice. It's free.
I have
a couple of YouTube channels to learn a language that's involved in my book. But that might be a good supplement.
Yeah, it's really nice, and I've been looking at that because they also have Irish in there as a language, and I would love to learn how to speak Irish. They just added Hindi.
All of the Gaelic and related languages.
It's a lot to take on. I mean,
I would really like to
take on.
I like languages. Like it's kind of my thing. And
a lot of work.
I'm already like semi-fluent in Hebrew, Greek, Latin, Russian, and German.
Wow, that's amazing. I know a little bit of a lot, and I know a lot of Spanish and quite a bit of ASL. Spanish I took for 7 years, ASL I took for 2, but I don't use them as much. You know what I mean?
So that's one of the main reasons I'm trying to learn both Japanese and Hindi. Like those are the two next on my list because my eyes are getting bad and it's getting harder for me to read subtitles in a movie. And I watch a lot of Japanese and Bollywood movies. So I would like to not have to read the subtitles. Just know what's being said.
Sometimes I watch movies and I don't even realize there's subtitles.
I used to be like that.
Yeah, I'm like that a lot. Even though I don't know precisely all the translation, I get the gist of what they're saying. I catch a few things.
I used to be like that, but with my eyes getting more problematic.
Sorry, I ran away. The kids were asking for pumpkin pie. So I said, wait.
Yes, Devin, you are definitely fluent in sarcasm.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
I remember why that bird there.
Us from Galaxy Quest. Okay. Never give up, never surrender.
By Grabthar's hammer, by the sons of Orvan, you shall be avenged. I love that movie.
We can only dream of somebody saying they would avenge us.
Showing comments, I'm having issues showing comments, so that's why I'm really, really behind on them. Trying to do a couple of things. That sounds cool, Maggie.
Do you want to get ready for a second one?
Just going to say that. Actually.
Oh, CB, I love that. I have a black belt in sarcasm and a PhD in mouth.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. I just absolutely love that.
Oh my gosh.
I love Latin. I absolutely love Latin.
Oh.
Like my favorite useless skill is that I can sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in Latin. Like, I love that I can do that because it's the most useless thing that I can do. It serves absolutely no function whatsoever, but I can do it.
Hey, Bonnie, if you want, you can go ahead and share that to share
How long would you like?
Maybe 20?
Okay, give me
What do you think, Pearl?
20 sounds good.
Thanks. We have a couple of jets around here, Kat.
I'm looking for a good 20 minutes.
On there.
Let's see. How about the author? Do you want to do the author to book one again?
That one's cool.
All right.
That's fine.
And the hubby would agree with you, Kat, except for it's just wings. It doesn't have to be from anywhere, just wings. If it's wings, they're gone. He'll eat them.
My
husband, every single one. We
My
have wings 2 to 4 times a month, depending on my tolerance level of wings in the house. Because he loves them. He cooks them. He's really good at it, but wings are a lot.
I always make our wings at home. So like buy them and fry them myself. And then as I take them out of the deep fryer, put them into the oven to get extra crispy for certain people. So.
I have thought about learning Swedish. I have actively thought about learning Swedish. My concern is I've been told that since I know German, that if any of the Nordic languages, I would have a problem with some vocabulary slipping between the two languages because of similarities. But I don't know if that's true or not.
I think the key is to think in that language.
Yeah.
Right.
And once you can think in Latin, your logic is profound.
I don't know about that, but
oh no,
we'll go with that.
Classical Latin is an extremely logical language.
I wish I took Latin and
every word has to be in precisely the correct position with precisely the right endings.
Hard work.
And then there's medieval Latin that does whatever the hell it wants.
Who's going to do the countdown this time?
Oh, I could attempt that.
Okay.
I'm getting tired, but okay. Let's see. Stretch if you need to. And no, I couldn't crack mine. Stretch your arms, maybe.
Make sure
you're safe.
Touch your shoulder a little bit.
During the sprint, walk around if you need to. And overall, have fun, and you can do it. And you can get started in 5 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. How'd you guys do? If you want to leave in the comments what you did, how you did, or your last line. Right now is perfect time.
I edited 5 minutes into an 11-minute video.
That Bonnie, I had to go and I was making water for tea, so it was like I didn't want that hot to scream. So yeah, I put on water to make tea, and I had a little dessert to keep my energy up for a little while longer. And I was looking at some planners.
Ooh, planners.
So,
and I'm working on Christmas cards still. So it's a lot of writing, even though it's not in my word count. I did a lot of word count writing this morning, so I'm pretty happy with myself on that. And Pikachu's keeping me company while I do my Christmas cards. Huh. You gonna react?
Well, of course not. You wanted to.
Oh my goodness.
So cute.
Yeah. When he wants to be.
Very
keeps me company. I love Pikachu.
And CB got 1 1/3 pages longhand.
Very nice.
Longhand, that's cool.
I am writing personal messages in all my cards, so it takes a little bit.
I've always done that. I have my would you like to see though what I did for my niece for her birthday card?
Sure.
It's this image on the bottom.
Oh, I wish I was that talented drawing.
That is so
no,
cute.
that is a stamped image.
Oh, it's a stamp.
Colored. Yeah. No, I'm not that good of a drawer. But I do love to color, and I colored her in watercolor pencil. And don't you love the wings? I think they're
adorable. I love it.
Cat, never regret Mountain Dew, Cat. Embrace Mountain Dew.
Beware the dew, because sometimes the dew does you.
But be prepared to be up late.
I'm up late anyways, unless I take something to go to bed. There's been a couple nights where I've taken a Tylenol PM just to go to bed early.
Yeah, I'm going to bed early myself.
Not very often, but a few nights I needed that.
And then what I did was I got the gumption to do the other stamping.
Ooh.
And I turned it into a poinsettia fairy.
That is really cute.
Oh,
I have to go with fake poinsettias because I have animals. So
yeah. My mother's always had real poinsettias, but she always had animals too, so they never ate them.
Yeah, well, we've had a cat for a year now. We have a couple cats, but we've had cats for a year now. And my sister warned me highly of the cats not getting to that. So
cats plus plants equals plants getting smashed.
Well, I think it's poisonous to them, actually.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be stupid and funny.
That's why I love you. And I don't throw I love you around very easily. But I really missed you two the last couple weeks. I really missed you. I haven't streamed with you in like, what, 2 or 3 weeks now?
Something like that.
You started jury duty.
Oh my God, that screwed me up so bad. I'm still fucked up. No, I'm still like mentally jacked from that. I had like a good long week of still trying to get myself back in order from that. It was not a fun experience. It really fucked with my head. It really put me on emotional places I didn't want to be. But I got a nice big fat check out of it today.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't expect the jury payment to come that quick, and it was more than I thought. So I can't complain too much, but
That's awesome.
It really messed with my head quite a bit, being on a federal jury for somebody else's crimes, and just with my own life going on, having to hear somebody else all their garbage for a whole week straight was really took a toll on me.
I believe it.
I'm still recovering. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I will ever have to sit on a jury. Because when they start asking you, like, what do you do? And you answer them quite honestly, I'm a preacher. And they just go, bye, out, get, go, shoot. You have morals. Go away.
Right. And it's interesting. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the case specifically, but it was interesting being in a room of 14, 12 jurors, 2 alternate, 14 people hearing different things about what's going on and the different personalities and lifestyles. So it's interesting. There was a lot of different personalities there. So it was really interesting. Some people, like, I'm pretty loud voice in the room usually. You know what I mean? I'm pretty social. I'm only shy in certain situations, depending where I'm at, what level of social function it is, But some people are, you think I can talk. Yeah, it's interesting. I hope I never have to do that again. They should offer therapy to jurors. You're exactly right. I see that on there. They should, or at least a detox at the end. You know what I mean? Like a detox to let you like decompress at the end after not being able to discuss it.
Oh my gosh.
The whole time. Yeah, I left there feeling like I didn't get to really. I was an alternate juror though, so I never really got to voice my opinion. I just had to sit and listen to everything.
My dad loves doing jury duty, but he was born to judge people. Yeah. Like that's his calling in life. He missed out on it by being a truck driver.
I did meet a gentleman who was on the jury that we didn't know. We saw each other before, but we were actually at another fundraiser the year before. We were at the same fundraiser. It was actually an event for this place called Homestead, who does a lot of programs for autistic children. So it's a farm where autistic children come and they can help grow vegetables, pick vegetables, work on the farm. It's specifically for people with autism. You know what I mean? And so I had met this guy actually at a fundraiser the year before, and he's like, "You look so familiar." And it's so interesting. You never know where you're going to run into people again. Because I think I had only talked to him for a moment at the bar at the fundraiser, and then I didn't see him again until this jury duty this year, which is so interesting how you run into people again.
Welcome back, Nikki.
And this is espresso talking. That's why I'm like a mile a minute.
Yeah, I
did round two?
Actually add caffeine to my tea tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably be up late. My husband is not home yet. He's getting his new truck for this year today. So
nice.
He's excited. And my car got the brakes fixed. So
nice. Woo. It's good to have good brakes.
Yeah. Good brakes and nowhere to go.
We had singing brakes for years because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with them. And every time they replaced them, they started singing again.
Oh no. Yeah.
So
the unfortunate thing is those things cost a lot of money. So
what does? Because I didn't catch that.
getting your brakes fixed,
was-
brakes, rotors. I went in for an oil change and found out I needed new brakes and rotors. So
Oh wow.
mm,
I can ask my husband about that. He knows a lot about baseball. He even coaches my son's baseball team.
much to my father's chagrin, I know nothing of the sports ball.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it.
And by
But
football,
I
I don't mean American football.
There's a. I'll ask my husband, and I will let you know.
do you say that Nathali? Is that Nathali? Her comment there? The woman tried to cut off. That just straight takes me back to like Lorena Bobbitt, like it was yesterday.
About
Do you remember that? Wow.
So back when Nine Inch Nails' first album came out, he had a song on there called Down In It. And a friend of mine was in the car singing along to it on the radio. And he thought the chorus of the song was I'm Lorena Bobbitt. And we all just kind of stopped and like stared at him. Like I was up above it.
My favorite Nine Inch Nails song, I won't mention
why he was singing about Lorena Bobbitt.
Bobbitt.
What's your favorite song?
I said, I'm not going to mention it because I don't know what the stream is rated.
I actually got
Does that say a lot?
I actually got to do a remix for Nine Inch Nails back in the day.
Was it just me that was gone?
I have to be in the mood to listen to that.
I don't know what the YouTube saw, but I still saw Bonnie. So I don't know what the YouTube saw.
Nathali? Is that right?
I think it's Natalie.
Just Natalie.
It's the H that's throwing my pronunciation of it off. Nathali, it sounds like, but Natalie.
Mispronouncing everyone's name is kind of my thing.
I keep refreshing. At that time, I looked like everybody was gone.
She said I almost had.
I'm
trying. I'd like to know. I said I'd like to know how to pronounce that properly.
Is that the TH from the soft T?
Got it right.
That would be Nathali?
Nathali. Okay.
Maybe?
She said you got it right. I know I see her in the chats, or I have the last year.
That's a neat pronunciation.
I just know that mispronouncing everybody's name is kind of my thing.
Yeah, it happens. Silent H.
Oh,
because I try.
Okay.
I try, but I fail. I fail very, very hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. My internet.
Is that video still uploading?
My kids are actually online playing with their buddies, so I don't know if that's slowing me down. Maybe if it's me.
Okay.
Is that video
I think it's me. I think it's me because I will see something will come up in StreamYard where it says, oh, excuse me, I'm getting really tired for some reason. But something would come up and say that that there's an issue with my internet. It would come up in StreamYard.
Do you want to hop into another sprint and maybe refresh yourself, Heather?
I could.
You said you wanted to do at least 3
that.
Yeah.
That sounds fine.
All right. Let's see. How long do you want to go?
Forever.
I'm with you, Charlie.
I think yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you guys could go for not me tonight.
Do you want to do 20
minutes? My head. Sorry.
Do you want to do a 20-minute?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Like it's like Natalia Lee's name with a Lee at the end, whereas her name has Leah at the end. And her name mine says Charlie.
Okay, so Natalie.
You let me know when you're ready. And we'll at least get our last spread in.
Good night, CB.
I wish I could share the timer screen.
I wish they let us actually have co-hosts.
I heard you talking about that the other day. That would be nice in case somebody does have to bounce out, or at least like be able to like add a link to switch it over to another channel.
Well, no, they had every time they talk about the new features, they always say, we hear you asking for you to actually be able to name a co-host to help host for you with you. We're going to do that eventually. And I'm like, how long is eventually?
Eventually is when however long it takes. Right.
Like, do you need me to write the code? What are you coded in? I'll write the code for you. I've done it before. I've been really bad.
I attempted to learn Ruby on Rails, but that did not go very far. So I like plugins.
I got really mad at WordPress back when I used WordPress because they kept promising a feature and they never did it. So I just coded it and sent it in. And like, here you go. Fine. You have the feature now.
Oh, that's funny.
They included it. So yay. I contributed.
Well, it appears everybody can see me, so because I can see me. So
I don't think Charlie's done a countdown.
No, I have not. I've been trying to sneak out of it all day. Thank you for putting that out, Bonnie. Alrighty. Make sure that you're saving your documents because while they're cute and they're fuzzy and they're really cuddly, the gremlins are hungry for your words and they will come for them in the middle of the night and they will take them away from you. So save.
Don't do that. No.
Save your work. Back it up. Send it to a friend. Send it to yourself. Make sure that you keep your stuff. Make sure you're hydrating. If you haven't gotten up and moved around for a bit, maybe do that. It's a good thing to do. At least, make sure your shoulders are fine, your elbows, your wrists, because my wrist just popped. It's good to do. We are going to get started and do something productive, which does not necessarily mean words. It just means something that's good for us to do.
Yes.
In 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Let's go.
How'd everybody do? What'd everybody do? I'm gonna read this little Scribbler passport a little bit while we're waiting. Is anybody doing anything exciting tonight? Maybe not. So I'm still working on Christmas cards. I got up, stretched a little bit, got some caffeine in me. Pretty good. There's Heather.
Oh, I am sorry about that. I didn't do much, and then I went and cut down those 2 images. I started cutting them down, the 2 stamped images.
Nice.
So I went ahead and did that. I'm gonna need a pair of scissors though, because that didn't. I think I need a new cutting element in my large trimmer, paper trimmer. It's kind of there. That's better. Yeah, that looks pretty straight, I think. That's pretty much it, really. Oh yeah, except I went to look and see if my Vlogmas video uploaded, and it didn't. So I must have had an issue with that. And when I went to look, I saw that for some reason I happened to notice that my the previous, let's see, that was the first weekend in September, I think. No, wait, it was in September anyway. The not the AuthorTube virtual writing retreat. Is that the one I'm thinking of? That was in September.
Or was that the Evergreen, or was that before that?
Not the Evergreen, but the other one. The one that I did a workshop in. It's gotten 129 views for some strange reason.
Oh, that's great though.
Because it was interesting.
Ever. It was a bit of a dumpster fire, but that's nice. That was nice. I thought.
I'm just trying to get in the habit and comfortable just filming myself.
I finished editing my Vlogmas Day 3 video.
I'm not editing any of them.
I'm not really editing them, but every now and then I will cough or sneeze or belch or something, and I'm cutting those out because y'all don't need to hear my bodily sounds. I'm
still trying to. I have software. I put it in the big computer. I want to put it in my laptop too because I tend to do more with my laptop, but I thought I'd do more editing on the bigger computer. I was wrong. So I have to install it on this one too, but baby steps. I've been trying to film myself, and then I erase.
Still doing the baby steps myself.
So I finished editing the video, and then I made the thumbnail for it, and then I looked at it, and I got that puffed out chest, I did a secret thing that no one will figure out, and then I realized it's the most obvious thing in the world, and everybody's gonna know immediately when they see it.
I wish someone more techie I knew in the community who lived closer who could come assist me. I'd wear a mask. I need help.
So I
just the tech stuff, it's not my skill.
Sounds so good, Maggie.
It takes me longer to learn it.
Yeah, and that was very nice. Thank you very much, because I thought I can do this in less than a minute.
I'm sorry, now I'm questioning the universe. Do we have amaretto in the house?
I do.
If we don't have amaretto in the house, why don't we have amaretto in the house? We own a liquor store kind of ish thing. We sell bottles in the restaurant. If I don't have amaretto, why don't I have amaretto? The hubby maybe bring me a bottle of amaretto tomorrow night.
There you go.
I want to go to there. Maggie, you have inspired me.
Yes, there is. Oh, and thank you. So what do you think, guys? Should I throw this poinsettia fairy on a card and put it on my Etsy site?
Yes. I love the poinsettia
It's kind of
fairy.
holiday-ish.
It's amazing.
I was thinking if I put
really
anything up there that was kind of holiday-ish, that I should probably do that within the next few days.
Have you guys, do you plan on, or do you still need to do holiday shopping?
We're still trying to figure out if we have a budget for holiday shopping.
That too. That's us as well. I just almost knocked something over. That's what that sound was.
I've been slowly buying little things over the past few months and hiding them away. So
yeah, I do that too.
I have a hard time keeping them though, and not just giving them to them right away. I want to give them the gifts all the time, but I'm trying to always be more restrained and hide them away more, you know?
Okay, so
it's harder and harder for me to hide anything because my kid's not a little kid anymore. So it's much harder.
Nobody's allowed in my closet, which is behind me. You can see the door there. Nobody's allowed in there. And that's I have a big closet. I can even change in here. I have a chair in here. I have a full closet that goes around. So
Maggie, I would say it depends on how you want that pronounced, because I see the first one as Ulinth and the second one as Ulinth because of the IE.
Yeah,
so,
I was going to say that too. Visually, I like the one with the E.
Visually, yes.
Of the house and then it goes really well with the rest of the name.
Of the House of Jofriel. Yeah,
because there's an IE in Jofriel.
Charlie, I'm mirroring you.
I like that.
I have to stop doing that. I have to stop doing that. It covers me bad things on my elbow, and I need to stop doing it. I really like the second one, and yes, you've given me all of the drink cravings today.
Ooh. I have not. I think I signed myself up for the Goodreads challenge a long time ago.
I don't. Okay, so I got into a fight with my Goodreads account, and I need to get more active over there. Somebody who knows how Goodreads works. I need a tutor. We'll make crappy art tutoring.
We all have challenges.
Well, see, I liked Library Thing, and nobody else did. So I know how to use Library Thing really well. I
liked it.
But Goodreads is the one that won. Let's be honest. I liked it, and I really like Shelfari. But again, nobody used Shelfari because everyone's on Goodreads. So, my Kindle does say what I'm reading over there, and it's supposed to pass my ratings along. But other than that, I do nothing on Goodreads.
I review other people's things, sort of. Maggie, is that about the fairy?
Yes, that is about the fairy. Because that appeared right when you were like, should I put the fairy up? And Maggie was like, yes, do it.
We haven't got a Christmas tree yet, so.
We can't find the plug for our Christmas lights. So.
I have a little mini one. I have a little mini one here. I have a little mini one on my dining room table at the end. But I haven't put up a big one yet. Getting ready.
Oh, that's right. I do have a mini tree. I bought that a couple years back for when I was still doing arts and crafts fairs.
This was from the dollar store.
Oh my desk.
And the little lights were $1. I'm actually thinking about making somebody a money tree for Christmas with one of these pine trees because they bend. So to fold up
Yeah.
the money and then bend it
Oh, I
around.
got mine from the
That'd be
dollar
cool.
store. It's it really folds up.
Yeah. I was thinking about making a money tree and
That-
putting bills on it for a gift for somebody. I thought that would be cute.
that would be cute.
Oh, Devin, I see what you did there. Devin. I guess that means I have to like check it now because I'm gonna have like friend requests from people.
Oh my gosh.
And Kat, I think that's a perfectly appropriate gift. Like if we can get like vaccinated in time, I would love to like for my parents like actually go visit them for Christmas. But neither one of them should be exposed to anybody. Do you hear me, my brother? I know you're not watching, but stop visiting them. You almost killed them.
I haven't seen my mom that much. I think I've seen her only a handful of times, but I did bring her some stuff, but she's very leery about COVID, you know.
Well, they literally have everything on the list that if you have these things, do everything not to catch it.
Mm.
And then my brother went to visit and then found out the next day that his girlfriend had been diagnosed. So we went through 2 weeks of them having to get tested a couple times to make sure that they didn't have it. And fortunately, they didn't. But like that's why we're not visiting. Because you never know.
Right.
And I don't want to be the one responsible for them dying. Well, if I'm the one responsible for them dying, there's going to be a knife and some gasoline involved. That's all I'm going to say. Like,
most
if
of my outings
I want
are
to
just
mean it.
myself going to a park or needing to leave the house, get away from the house, going for a walk in a park, or that's about the extent of it. So
I know I'm an
grocery
introvert.
store real quick.
I have not left the house in a year and I'm loving it.
I have to go to the grocery store though. I have 5 to 6 people in my house all on a regular. So I need things
to come back.
So. I'm very quick though. I'm mask in, out, self-check, sanitizer, and on my way, you know. So I don't go many places except the gas station and the grocery store. So, or for long drives in big circles. You know, those long drives, you just drive and cry in your car like, oh, just, well, whatever. I'm like truth and lie in one.
I feel like the only time
I wanted to lie, but it's really the truth. Long drives and tears.
He's got to put the music on, so you're sitting there all by myself.
That is not the music I'm playing.
You're going to be in the car with the tears.
I'm like, that is not what I'm playing in my car. Okay, I'm 90s. I got some hard body hip hop going on. You look in the car, you're like, what? That girl's playing that? I can hear that from here. No, I'm bumping, and I'm driving, and I'm, you know, I listen to a lot of different things, but no, I need my hip hop, and now you know why I need new brakes and rotors, because I like to go driving with loud music pretty quick.
Two greatest moments of my life with cars and music. We were driving up to visit my sister a couple years ago, and it was the year that Kendrick Lamar's last album came out, and so Humble started playing, and we pulled up to the stoplight, and this Amish buggy pulled up next to us, and it's the beginning of Humble starts playing, and we looked over, he looked over, and he started going like that to the beat. And we like turned green and we went our separate ways, and I'm just like, I did not know I needed to just sit and be like, yeah, to Humble by Kendrick Lamar with some Amish people. I kind of needed that. Like,
it's so weird because it depends where I am, what kind of music I listen to. Like up here, I've been listening to a lot of like piano music, violin music, acoustic. In the house, very soft orchestra stuff. You know, when I'm cleaning the house or doing stuff, I got this nice relaxing music. And then I get in the car and I got like hard hitting hip hop, some dubstep, some throwback, like complete opposite types, but I like such a huge variety of music too. So when I'm downstairs in the man/has-been-woman cave for like the last year, I play all kinds of music too.
And so, like, about this time last year, we were driving through town going somewhere, and Year Zero by Ghost was playing, and we were like singing along at the top of our lungs, which like that's some good old traditional devil music. And we pull up at the light, and I looked over, and there was a cop in the car next to us, and he just looked up and just sat and went like that. I was just like, I needed that too. Like that filled my heart with joy.
I'll tell you
Not
what,
as much as the Amish thing, but
each week I tend to have a song that I like play out. You know what I mean? Like I'll find a song and I'll like, yeah, I'll play out. This week it's been 21 Pilots, Lane Boy. So I've been playing the hell out of that one.
Good song.
Yeah, I like it. This week felt like that song, so I've been playing that a lot.
My go-to chill song this week was Own It by Stormzy.
Nice. I'm going to look that up. I'm going to write that down because
surprisingly it has Ed Sheeran in it, and I still like it, but
say
it's
the title again.
What?
Say the title again.
Own It by Stormzy.
With a Z?
It's from his album, The King. Yeah.
I have to check that out.
That whole album is so
Thanks,
good.
Kat.
Like all of his music is really good, but that album,
I hear more music that I've never heard of from author tubers than anywhere else. So
I'm a big fan.
Do you still have a wrench, Kat? Because
Yes.
I can't see it on my end.
Yeah, I looked earlier when I was curious if a troll had come in, and I looked, and she's still got a wrench.
Okay, I can't. I don't see it on my end. So.
And I have a wrench, and I don't see anything that needs approval. Try again.
I gotta plug my computer in. I didn't realize I wasn't plugged in, and my power's going down quick. Is that better? Give me a second here.
I think the power of my brain is going down quick. I don't know. I'm just having a really tired day.
If you need to have a nappers, that's completely understandable. Trust me, I am under no illusion that people need
to. I had a couple of Tylenols a couple hours ago, and I still have a headache. Yeah. I had a nap and I felt better afterwards, but I've just been having a really tired day.
If you want an after party stream, Charlie, let me know. We don't have.
She's had her coffee. She's had her espresso. She's raring to go.
And I haven't streamed in 2 weeks, so at least.
Yeah.
So I'm good whenever you are, Heather. So.
Yeah. I was. I kind of did that. Trying somebody else's stream.
How are you feeling, Charlie?
I'm feeling extremely. I feel accomplished because I got a video done and I got all that stuff done. But I wish I had done more, like writing and stuff.
Advent calendars.
Having more internet issues, so yeah, I might just wrap it up here. is the only place you stream.
Yeah, YouTube took her streaming away because they think she's 12.
Yeah.
And she's in college,
for
people.
no reason, right?
Save the cat. The reason that they've gave her was that she's 12. And she's not.
Right.
Like, she's in college, people.
I'll tell you, I actually looked young for a really.
Some people look a lot younger than they are.
I used to be a lot more petite than I have been during COVID. So.
Fun stuff. Thank you for that, Devin.
And if you haven't followed Kat on Twitch,
go
follow Kat on Twitch. She's almost got enough followers for to be an affiliate over there. So go follow Kat if you haven't. What are you doing?
I will have to.
You're not going to let the cats play it up?
Charlie, is your Vlogmas Day video for day 3 up?
It is uploading as we speak.
You don't know how serious this thing is.
Uploading. Okay.
That's the booklet that it came with.
Holy crap, that's heavy. Ugh.
Do you see the big board I put up on my wall there?
Yep.
So because
That's a recipe.
I was so slacking in November, I felt I had to put this giant outline right in front of my face instead of under my desk.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's my master outline, and so my actual story one is down below, so I can pull it up on my desk and off. But I think that was one of my problems. I didn't have anything visual in front of my face walking me through the process. And so
yeah,
I think that's going to focus me a lot more. So I put this up here right in my face.
That's a smart thing. I really like how you did your outline.
Yeah.
Very smart thing.
This is my master one. So I do one for each story.
I had done something very similar a while back.
Yeah. I'm a very visual person. And so that really helps me.
Our belated birthday present to each other was it's an air fryer oven thingy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like
I was
every
just
function in
gifted
the world.
one.
But I don't understand the difference between bake and roast.
This is going to be
Air fry, broil.
Yep.
It has a special cookie function.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta make. It has a rotisserie.
Yes. Yes, it has rotisserie.
Wow.
And it has a dehydrator.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Charlie, do you have a salt lamp?
It has a fermenter. No.
Do you, Heather?
But I have a tiny one that plugs into a USB port, and it's on my desk.
This one, like, it heats up, so it's warm. It heats up, and it's so warm. And salt lamps are supposed to help offset the emissions from your computer.
I've wanted to get one, but I just haven't.
I'm going to tell you, with this on, it makes the whole room have like a relaxing feel.
Cool.
You wouldn't think something like
that.
It's so crazy that it just changes the whole mood of the room. It really does. And it's so nice. Like you're achy. You know how you ache and stuff? My hands too. I can just hold on.
My mom had one, but it was my mom had one, but it was like a pile of them, But my kid, once we told him it was a kind of salt, he would put them in his mouth. So I don't think I can have that kind.
My daughter tried to keep licking this when I first got it.
Mm-hmm.
But we also use you can buy Himalayan salt rocks to put in your bathtub.
Yeah.
I have some of those in my bathroom and they melt away in the water.
I'm sorry, the hubby handed me a recipe book.
Ooh.
I want to take that back.
So you don't have one of these, huh, Charlie?
But fine.
Did you send me your address?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, I haven't checked yet, but
Um,
I'm glad. So there's a few more author tubers I'd like to collect their
Yeah,
information.
I'm gonna have to look.
actually, I need to do the same thing. I might have to have a family list and an author tubers list.
There's a couple people that I want to send a card to at least. So
Me too. So, do
Where are
you
you trying
think
to get me to buy an electric
that,
guitar?
if you do, Charlie,
do you-
there is a great channel called guitartricks.com, and they give you free step-by-step lessons on how to play.
See, my problem is I've got really fat fingers. And Sako says I need to get a Spanish guitar because the strings are further apart. But I've got really, really big fingers. And so it's really hard for me to not hit two strings at the same time. Plus, my hands are a little arthritic. So I don't have a lot of easy mobility in them. So I'm probably just going to stick to the keyboard. Because
the last few months, I've had an obsession with the violin, French, and planning trips to chateaus for in the future years. I'm obsessed right now.
If I could afford an electric drum kit, I would have an electric drum kit back here because I love to play drums.
Did you know? I think I told you before, I used to play drums when I was younger.
That's awesome. I love to play drums. I feel weird because I'd left my drumsticks in the other room because I always have them with me. When I get bored, I just like tap on things and pretend I have a drum kit in front of me.
I'm not super musically inclined, but I have tried.
My legs don't like playing drums, but I enjoy it.
I haven't done it in a very long time.
Hey Maggie, I'm just gonna get a word in here. Hey Maggie, does it help her sleep?
Yeah, that's a really good question because I was just thinking the same thing.
Do you think your daughter relaxes more when it is on? I think I relax more when that little tiny, but it doesn't heat up really. The one that plugs into the USB port. But I think it relaxes me a little bit. My internet seems to be working better, but I think I will. Let's just wrap up at 10.
He is
that's
definitely
15 minutes.
Like that's yes. Ooh.
Oh, she says it does help her sleep.
That's true too. It could be the light. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a soothing light that
yeah, it's a nice soft glow. That could really be it.
Yeah. Yeah, my son, Maggie, he can get overstimulated pretty easily too.
So I've been thinking about writing more poetry lately too.
I love poetry.
I was just looking at the poems I wrote on Sage's Dream during that thing from back in September.
I do that. I actually rewatch that stream quite a bit and do the exercises again.
Which one is that?
Sage did a playing, I think it's called Playing with Your Words.
Ooh,
I think it's the name of the video.
Yes.
But it's now on Moon Bunny Creative because she changed the name of they changed the name of their channel.
So it was a while back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But It's a
I'd have to
really
try it
good
out.
like introduction to poetry with some really nice like exercises to get you to actually write poem.
It actually really, really helped me.
Yeah. Because I want to write more poems. That is one of the things I really, really want to start doing more. And I will say, like, everybody says it's cliche because I don't think they've ever read like her original poems. You need to find the collected edition of her original poems. But like Emily Dickinson is probably my absolute favorite poet. But you have to read, if it has commas and periods in it, she didn't write it.
Right.
Some idiot male editor went through and added commas and periods where he thought they should be. And when you actually read her original poems, he interrupted the flow, he interrupted the meter. They read very differently. It changes the meaning of some of the poems because the only real punctuation she used was
punctuation. What's that?
Yeah, she used dashes. And it changes the flow. And I love her stuff so much. Like, I absolutely.
I love the one that, I don't remember the whole thing, but the one where the line, I felt a cleaving in my mind. That part, that line I've always remembered. Not 100% sure why, but I don't know. It's interesting.
I think my favorite line, just because it's so playful, is I bless you in the name of spring, the bee, and the butterfly. And I love that. I absolutely love that.
Yes, Sage. Sage was awesome. Yep. The way she explained everything, it was just like a light bulb went on.
And I love Sage's poetry. So if you've never read any of Sage's poetry, definitely check out.
Finish a poetry book.
Yeah, she just had. I think it just came out.
Yes.
Because if I remember correctly, her and Savvy's book both came out at the same day.
What do you think? You think getting that first book published is the hardest?
I think getting the first book finished is the hardest.
I think for me, I think it's going to be publishing because even writing this new book, I wanted to burn my old manuscript. Is that normal? Like the other book, I was ready to like burn the paper copy, burn the USB, erase everything out of my computer. And I took a step back because what I'm writing, I'm liking so much now. And I haven't finished editing that other one. I'm like, this is just garbage. I don't even think I would even publish this because I'm doing better on this project already than I feel than the other one.
I think you always feel that about whatever the current project is compared to the old one.
My problem is I have all these projects that aren't edited completely yet. So I have all these that are a work in progress and nothing that has been published yet, book-wise. So that's...
Though
I'm trying to bite that bullet in 2021.
Not to continue being that person, but for anybody out there who wants to traditionally publish, it got so much harder this week because Penguin Random House bought Simon & Schuster. So the big 5 became the big 4. And they're already talking about shutting down most of Simon & Schuster's imprints.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. I was just looking at some old books I have because I collect old books, and I found this said Simon & Schuster in it. I found this old book here. Here's the case, and Don Quixote.
Ooh.
And this is actually a
Mama.
Have a good night, Mama.
Nice pictures in it.
Ooh, that's really cool.
I have a lot. This is a 1941. Was that even one? Oh no!
I have an issue. I have an issue of Peter Pan, and I think it's from 1941.
This is more.
It's got some really cool pictures in it.
I love
Maggie.
This is War and Peace.
Glad you're starting to feel better.
Inner Sanctum edition. And this
Oh,
one
that's
is
good.
1942. It even comes with like a little guide in here. Reader's guide for
Oh, neat.
That
Tolstoy.
is such a hard book to read, but it is such a good book.
Okay, this is the cover, but it's in the back because it's so old.
Tolstoy was such a good writer.
There's these beautiful maps in here. There's all. Oh, what's this?
Well, that book is what, 18 generations of one family?
Is that what it is? 18?
I think it's 18. It's quite a few.
I remembered something about it having to do with generations, but
Yeah, it's
and
like
then-
several centuries of
Yeah.
like
I
one
thought-
family.
Table of
So-
principal historical events, principal characters. This is even. I like this better than the book. This is like a breakdown of everything, like a special breakdown of everything. The families, 1800s. It talks about like a map.
Because it goes, I know it goes through the entire Napoleonic War.
Yeah,
I wanted to say something about that. You know, like like a good portion of it takes place in the early 1800s, or
Yeah.
I wanted to say that.
this is a big book. Can you imagine writing this? This
The
is
funny thing is, the original Russian is not that long. It's just Russian is a very specific language.
this has 1,361 pages.
And believe it or not, that's still shorter than one Lord of the Rings,
Wow. Yeah.
which was intended to be published as a single volume book.
Yeah.
And yet people
I even have
zoom
older
right.
books than this.
Well, maybe not zoom through Lord of the Rings, but
I have a few books that are a little
Maybe-
bit over 100 years old too. So
Never forget, Lord of the Rings was intended to be published as one book. And that's why no one actually knows what the title of the second book refers to, because he agreed to cut it into 3 books and he named 3 books. And I just love the fact that he named the second book The Two Towers, even though there are 6 towers in the book.
this book is from
No one knows what
1899.
focus.
title refers to.
This is Rudyard Kipling.
Ooh, Kipling.
Yeah, and
Is
this
that
one
Jungle Book? Or
it's called The Light That Failed by Kipling.
Okay.
This one is from 1899. So
Cool.
I have a lot of books from the end of the 1800s.
Kipling is a very interesting writer.
I have a few of his. I have some.
I have a few. I have some things, but nothing that.
I like old things, so
Me too.
especially
I
old
have-
books.
The money in the space, I would buy a lot of older books. A lot of books.
I come across them in weird places too. So
I have a bunch of books that I haven't fully moved my library into here yet.
Mhm.
So the only books that are really in here is like my Anne Rice collection and a couple others.
when my oldest is ready to move out, I want to turn his room into an office, but it's big enough to have like a library, his bedroom. So whenever he's ready to move out. I don't think he's watching this, but if you are, son, when you're ready to move out,
This is
Guess what? It's gonna
Mama
be-
wants a new office. Yeah.
since we're talking about books from my childhood, this is my absolute favorite book. This is one of those books like changed my life books.
Mm.
This is Flight of Dragons by Peter Dickinson. This book, which is like if you're into fantasy stuff, one gorgeously illustrated,
Oh, wow. That's really nice.
like and very
Wow.
like of the time period illustrated.
Mhm.
Oh, this was a Harper. I didn't realize this was a Harper Row book. So this edition would be from 1979. So I have had this book almost the entirety of my life. I would have been about 4 when we actually picked this up, because My
Wow.
sister knew I loved dragons. And
Well, what's the name of that book?
this is A Flight of Dragons.
A Flight of I like that.
And like there's one of the maps where all the different kingdoms are and everything. I love this book. Like this is one of those formative books where like every page is illustrated, and sometimes it's got like a medieval manuscript feel to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, neat.
Other times it just has these glorious dragon images.
Those are pretty. They make me want to take them out and frame them.
Like you can tell, like this is a book from the 70s. Like it just looks like a book from the 70s. And so these are dragon sightings in Britain. And this is where the book gets really fun because it's half real and it's half fiction and half legend. And so when it talks about real places, these are all the places and a list of all of the legends of dragon sightings
Pretty cool.
in the British Isles, in Great Britain. Like, it's just a whole bunch of collections of dragon stories, and I love this book.
Heather, you look like you could just lay back on the bed and fall asleep.
I think I probably would.
With the bed right behind you.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Yeah, sometimes I'm streaming at night and I'm like, there's a bed right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
This is from the chapter on Beowulf. And so that's Grendel and his mother.
Oh, wow.
Wow. There were some really interesting illustrations at that time in the 70s. I had Dean's Book of Fairy Tales when I was a kid, and I would just pore over that book. Oh, the detail was amazing, I thought. And when I found another Dean's book, it was nursery rhymes. The same as well. A lot of apparently he used like the same models or something because a lot of the images were very similar, and he just put them in different situations or whatever. But I just love those images.
Yeah, I just realized the two oldest books that I have near me. There's that one, and I have the 1983 original Dragon.
Wow.
Here, so both of the oldest books that are near me are both dragon books, dragon related books.
Oh my goodness!
That's what my priorities were going into the office.
Have you ever gone online and checked the prices of your books, of your old books?
Not really.
I've done that before, just for the heck of it, to check what things are going for. With some of the old books or first edition type books.
Yeah, I love that book. A lot of people don't know about it. And like it was such a part. Like I said, I was born in 76. That book was printed in 79.
You're older than me. Yay! Yay!
So I've had that book like most of my life.
Well, I'm
so,
the oldest one in the room, Ronnie.
So like I grew up with that book, so it's so confusing to me when people don't know that it exists because I'll make like reference to it still. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's a beautiful book. It was made into a really weird animated movie starring John Ritter.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
John Ritter.
Yep, John Ritter does the voice of the human that's running around learning all about the dragons and stuff.
Okay, interesting.
The movie is a beautiful
Have you seen
80s train wreck. I highly recommend it.
Oh my god. Have you seen one of his sons looks kind of like him, but his I think that's the younger one, I think. He's the spitting image of his dad. Holy crap. He's been on NCIS. Yeah, what? Do you know who I mean?
I'm
Holy
trying to think.
cow, he looks just like him. It's so strange to see.
Try and
I'm like,
what is his name?
whoa. Even sounds like him. I know he's probably the same age as John Ritter was when they started Three's Company.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that.
That's a weird thing to think. 'Cause
I grew
I
up on
remember
Three's
when Three's
Company.
Company was on TV.
I grew up on
That's
that.
how old I am.
Oh goodness. Okay, so the movie is available. I was just curious.
Yeah, babbling, so I might just end this in a couple minutes here.
Oh wow, it's only $10 to buy. I might have to buy this.
To buy what?
Yeah, it's available to rent, but I don't see it on any streaming service. But the Flight of Dragons
that
movie I
movie?
was talking about is
Uh-huh.
it's actually been scanned in and it's available to watch. And it's
So
only $10.
where?
Oh, I forgot James Earl Jones was in it too. I forgot that. Yeah, he plays one of the dragons.
I was gonna say he must be a dragon. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, James Earl Jones is in it. John Ritter, James Gregory is in it.
How perfect is that? Well, that would have been. Well, you said this was made. When was it made?
What's the year?
I mean, James Earl Jones. By then, he was
1986.
a huge name because of 86.
Yeah, it was made in 1986.
And I don't remember that. You'd think I would remember something like that.
It is a silly movie that really has very little to do with the book, because the way they actually made the movie is John Ritter's character is actually the man who writes the book, and the movie is the explanation of what inspired him to write the book. Is he gets pulled away to this magical land where all the dragons are, and that's what.
Interesting.
So, like the stories that are in the book are not really what the movie is, but I'm gonna have to watch it just to see how it stands up. I haven't watched it in forever, but I don't know how much it would be on Maggie. Apparently, it was made by I don't know who made it, but it's owned by Warner Brothers Animation. So I don't know if they bought the company that made it or what, but. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's actually available.
Don't worry, Nikki. It's the end of the day. It's I think I know I'm tired. And that's why I have to cut myself off.
But I've been looking for something to inspire me to get more writing done. I have learned over the years that some of the things that I really liked when I was a kid, watching them takes me back to that imagination place.
Something you watched when you were a kid, or something you liked when you were a kid.
Yep.
I completely agree with that. I've done that before. I used to do that with, back when I used to watch Harry Potter movies. I did that. That was a thing I would do. Or I would watch, something from when I was young, or something. Or, I don't know.
Isn't it interesting how things never look the same from when you're a child and you watch them as an adult?
Mm-hmm. Some things actually stood up, and I was surprised by it. But I remember when I watched He-Man and the Masters of the Universe for the first time as an adult, and went, "How did I sit through this?"
You're talking about the movie with the people going through the portals.
No, I'm talking about the TV show, the animated TV show, because I was so into that. And
I love that.
The worst was Super Friends. Super Friends did not stand up. Super Friends is basically a really bad YouTube video, because somebody drew a superhero, and then Casey Kasem, who narrates it, tells you what they did, but you don't actually see it. He just tells you what they did because they didn't want to spend money on animating it.
Kasem plays 9 characters or something.
And it was just oh my goodness. the power of my imagination made this into such a better show than it actually was. Because I remember
Oh,
the
I
stuff
did the same thing.
that Jason talks about being animated, and it's not. It's just like static pictures of them standing around and Casey Kasem telling you about
I
the hits that they had
know.
off screen.
I
Yeah.
remember Saturday sitting there with the tape recorder making mixtapes to Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
And if you didn't catch the song, you had to wait till the next weekend to try to catch it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And really date
and
myself. I remember when Kiss
you
Meets the
timed it
Phantom of the
right. You
Park
knew
was
when
on
they were
TV.
gonna play certain things.
Mhm.
And my sister and I sitting and watching Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park when it was originally on TV.
There was something, I think my brother recorded it back in the day. It was that song from Return of the Jedi about that the Ewoks sang.
Oh yeah.
And then they made it into a song that we played on the radio.
Yep.
So my brother recorded this, and I had it for years and years and years, and I found it, and then I just got rid of a bunch of stuff. Hello.
Hello, not internet person.
Oh my goodness.
That's my husband.
You know why that song disappeared from the movie though, right?
Mm.
Because they came up with what they thought was gibberish for the Ewoks to say.
Oh, I love
In
it.
5 different
Yeah.
languages was basically them being potty mouths.
Mhm.
Star Wars movie.
Mhm.
Like,
Let me tell you something. Oh, maybe I won't show.
Of course.
and that's why in later
And
versions,
you know the funny thing, but then the funny thing is, when I was in middle school, we sang a chorus version of that.
nub yub.
It's all
Nub, yub.
Yep.
Yep. I
Every once in a
remember.
while, I will look that up on YouTube, and somebody had performed it a long time ago, and somebody threw it up on YouTube. And I'm like, that's because that was my teenage years.
Oh, Pern and Earthsea.
Oh, boy.
Oh my goodness. I love both of those things. I want a TV series based on the Pern book. They are so good.
I keep hearing that about those.
Like Jackson, when you get to him, like the White Dragon, I have a poster on the wall over there that's just the cover of the White Dragon book because it's the 3rd book in the series. Oh, okay. He was my heart. Oh, I loved him so much. And then you have the Dragon Singer and the Dragon Song and the Dragon's Drums and all the Harper's books. Oh my God. I love Anne McCaffrey so much. And the Earthsea books are really good too. But I love the Pern books so much. They are my heart.
I really have to do these. Oh boy.
And I wonder if now that Anne is not really how much the spirit of Anne will continue to keep us from getting versions of them. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but they were working on a Pern MMO and Anne kiboshed it.
Excuse me.
Oh, Kat, let's be honest.
Did you hear her purring for my attention?
I heard something.
She was behind me, meowing at me.
Oh, I know, Maggie. When Ruth hatched, oh my goodness, yes. I love that book so much. Battle of the Planets. Yes.
I don't remember that.
That's in the White Dragon. It's the very beginning of the White Dragon.
Okay. Cool.
I wanted to go to the Harper's Hall too. So bad. I don't know if you have it or not, but Anne McCaffrey actually worked with a folk music group, and it's called The Music of the Harper's Hall, and they actually made an album that's the music of Pern. And it's beautiful. Like, if you want to know what Anne thought the music from the Harper's Hall sounds like, they actually made an album. No, I think it's actually called Master Harper. I'm going to load my music library because it's in there. So I want to say it is such a good album. The music is so good. It is so powerful. Like, it is unsurprisingly quite like Irish Celtic. But
Cool.
anybody who is familiar with music,
You have the music.
And I complain about not getting enough attention with this cat.
A lot of cats are very demanding when it comes to attention. I had this cat and I taught it to hug me. So I would go to her, you wanna hug? And then she'd do he'd do the same thing, and then he'd reach out to me, and then we just hug. That was so cute.
She's rubbing all over the back of my shoulder. That's what she's doing.
Oh, I see that.
She wants me. I'm glad somebody wants me. The cat wants me.
Very cute.
Yeah. She gives me the most affection. Huh. Hi, Kiki. Hi, Kiki. Yeah. Just pushing me.
So if you find that, Charlie.
You're pushing me. You're pushing me.
Excuse me. Oh.
the search feature is not working. It's
I don't have any words. I was going to show this mug earlier. There you go, Bonnie. It's like,
Nice.
and it's huge. Look how big. It's as big as my head almost.
Wow, very nice.
I think where did I get this?
I think mine is big as my head.
You might have won it.
I've had that much
I
espresso.
might have won it. Oh boy, I am getting tired.
It's called Master Harper of
I
Pern.
can't talk anymore. What?
It is called Master Harper of Pern. That's the name of the album.
Master Harper of Pern. Oh.
It's by Anne McCaffrey, Tanya Oakland, and Mike Freeman.
$1998.
That's when the book came out. The album came out in 2003.
I think I might switch over to alcohol tonight.
But it is very, very good. Hey, you got there too.
Not in the house whatsoever.
Yeah, it's such a good album. If you've never heard it and you like that kind of music,
That's not true. Somebody gave
my
my husband's friend gave us a
That's a
present,
big sigh.
and it was
What are you hoping for Christmas, Heather? Or Charlie? Heather's frozen.
Sorry, the hubby's being very
Christmas Eve
distracting right
or
now.
Are you ready to go?
before that when he gets his job.
Oh, I honestly would like to be able to start reading again at a pace that I enjoy. I've had a hard time finding books that I really want to fall into and never come back out of, and I miss that. I kind of finished all the series that I was reading, and I'm looking for something to just steal my heart. But I have very bizarre taste, so that's not an easy thing to do.
When I don't know what to read, I just read erotica.
I'm hoping.
Whatever works for you, works for you. I don't know why I laughed.
Hey,
Cat.
why no? Whatever. You know, I have
Yeah.
a lot of alone
Whatever
time.
floats your boat.
I have a lot of alone time, and sometimes I feel like reading that. So
Cat talked me into trying out the books that the Vampire Diaries TV show is based on, and I love that show. So I'm hoping that will help.
I've been reading some more fantasy type books too because I'm liking that genre and I'm liking writing in that genre. So I'm just trying to soak more fantasy books in too.
I'm not sure if that's the book series that I'm thinking of. Is that the one that starts? I think is it the Glass Magician? Is it the Glass Magician? The Paper Magician?
Sounds like it.
Is that those? I can't remember the name of the author. That's what came to mind.
Cat, is it cold there?
Oh, Cat.
I don't know what's going on, but it's not letting me see the most recent comments here.
Cat says, do not recommend going outside in basketball shorts, t-shirt, and flip-flops. Oh.
Cat, the hubby
says 39 degrees out. Yeah,
Cat,
it was like that here yesterday morning. I was so bundled up. I looked like I was not living in Florida. I looked like I was living in what's it called again? Oh, upstate New York, Bonnie.
Oh yeah.
That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Oh my gosh, right.
Cat, the hubby says that your mistake was not going out barefoot. Did I get that right?
Yes. There was too much.
You had too much on. You needed to be barefoot. That would have fixed it.
That was my solution.
That's your solution to everything. Just be barefoot.
For a little while this morning and a little while yesterday morning, we had the heat on. And we don't do that very often down here in Florida, Bonnie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the hubby. He said, in Florida, they have heaters?
Yes, because once you're down here for a few years or so, your blood starts to thin and you realize, hey, it's cold out. I want to put
my house stays like about 70.
And then you start bundling up when it gets lower than 60.
I'm ready for cold weather, honestly. So I love summer a lot. I like to be out in the sun and stuff, but I like winter too. So
yeah, me too. But Florida is one of the only states where you could bundle up in the morning, and I did this morning, and and then it could get to like in the 70s in the afternoon.
The nights get pretty chilly though.
Here, when we get it, it'll be just for a couple of days because it warms up pretty quickly. So it doesn't last long.
I will have to check those out.
Our winter hasn't even started. Yesterday was just like the first small snow. Sometimes we get a few feet of snow. So like
Silverthorn. You know what? Actually, Maggie, I found a copy of that, and in one of those little free libraries. I still haven't read it, but I have it. I need to read that for sure.
Because I want to come to medicine school.
I enjoyed Atlanta because when they get a cold snap that lasts a little bit longer, and they actually will get snow. They'll get snow about 1 or 2 times a year. It was perfect. But again, it didn't last very long. Usually. But I remember one day when I lived in Atlanta, when I was in high school, and it snowed in the morning, but snow was completely gone by the end of the day.
Yeah, it snowed yesterday. all that snow was gone today, so.
Oh, it was so pretty, that picture you posted.
So are you doing any special Christmas crafts? I think tomorrow I am going to string popcorn and cranberries to put out on the trees for the birdies tomorrow. And I'm going to work on my wreaths. And since I didn't do those tonight, I snipped a whole bunch of pieces of pine tree branch. So I'm going to try to weave that around a metal coat hanger and maybe bind it.
Yeah,
and that'll be my first attempt tomorrow.
I would love to see the results of that. I used to do
it. So I'm going to try
all the time. When I was in my 20s, I was able to convince my mom, because we were roommates for quite some time. So I convinced her to start buying real trees for a while. And I used to take the stuff that we'd cut off and make decorations out of it and stuff. And I enjoyed doing that. And then we were doing that for a little while when my son was young. But
I have quite a few huge pine trees on our property, so I just went. When I was waiting for the kids to get off the school bus, I just went and snipped a whole bunch to work with. So
I am really hoping to pull out the box of ugly yarn that I have. And
oh yeah. Oh, I would love to practice a little bit. Chandra, I lived in 3 little small towns in and around Atlanta. I lived in Gwinnett County, and we lived in. Oh, and listen to the sound of these little city names. Okay, Lilburn. There was another one. It was Lawrenceville, and listen to this one, Snellville. But now they're really pretty little towns, and they're not as rural as they used to be. So that's where we lived, Chandra, a long time ago, but like 30 plus years ago. But oh my God, I know. I know, Kat. I know. I started thinking about stuff. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it was fun living in Atlanta because it there's a little bit more seasons there as opposed to Florida. But
one thing I loved about California is we had no seasons. Well, I take that back. We had February, which was rain. It rained all February, every February. But other than that,
the bulk of the year is the rainy season here in Florida.
Are you crashing? Adrenaline crashing?
Me?
Charlie, I know you're tired.
I know, yeah.
I see Charlie slowly start like leaving.
Oh no, I realized that my video finished uploading and I'm clicking the thingies to make it go live.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch that.
It's long, it's rambly, it's from the heart.
Oh, you've heard of Snellville? Snellville's kind of famous. Of course, when you live there, you call it Snellville. Actually, I think what's his I can't think of his name right now. There was a comedian who's from the area. He's from Atlanta, and he had a routine. What is his name? The comedian with red hair, Jeff Foxworthy. He's originally from Atlanta, and he had this whole routine at one point. It was talking about all of these areas in Georgia. It was pretty funny back in the day. That's funny. Turtletown? I don't remember Turtletown. That's funny. I think you're right, Maggie. I think I need to go see.
I'm warming up.
Okay. Let's try. And apparently my internet's going weird anyway. Hey, who wants to do
right away?
Outro?
Hi.
What?
My channel is Bonnie Phillips Writer Life, and I am currently trying to film every day for Vlogmas while working on my current work in progress and hoping to be a published author in 2021. So if you are into watching the Vlogmas videos, check my channel out, Bonnie Phillips Writer Life.
Apparently, I performed a YouTube miracle just now because Maggie got the notification of the video I just did, like instantly. So, yay! All right. Hello, my name is Charlie. I am also doing Vlogmas, and I will say the videos are going to get progressively different because I am testing out a new format for the channel, and I'm going to use Vlogmas to do that. So there will be a lot of new topics and stuff in there. That's actually what today's video is about, is where the channel is going. So hopefully y'all enjoy that. And I've got a lot of questions, so y'all have homework to answer in the description and the comments of that one. I also stream every Wednesday and Friday at 5. I almost said it in my time zone, but nobody knows or cares about my time zone, at 5 Eastern. So if you want to get stuff done, we've been like going crazy with writing sprints because I have so much that I want to do, and everything's taking 3,000 times longer than it normally does. So it's going to be fun, and tomorrow is going to be a blast just because it's Friday. It's going to be a forever stream, and who knows what is going to happen with all that because it's Friday. I am also, most of my podcasts are also on hiatus, but that's because, and that's a good thing because I need a break. But I am putting together the schedule for season 3 of my writing podcast, Myth Weaving, and I'm looking to know for topics. So if there's a specific thing about writing or world building that you would like me to discuss on that podcast, let me know so I can make sure that I put it on the schedule for the next season of that show, because I will probably start recording those. I actually might film those because those might be good for the YouTube channel too, to put the video on YouTube and the audio on the stream. So I might actually film those. But if you have any specific questions, let me know, because I'm probably going to start making those around the 15th because the new season's going to start in January. So let me know. You can find links to everything that I do over at projectshadow.com.
Sounds great, Charlie. And Bonnie, I really liked your outro. That was very professional.
Oh, great. Nice to hear.
And I am Heather Dewey Pettit, and let's see. So I'm a writer, editor, and artist. And I am okay. And I'm getting really tired apparently. So I am working on a young adult fantasy. All this talk about fantasy is making me go, let's see. I also am a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader. I also do some beta reading and also sensitivity reading. Those are part of my services, and Also, as an artist, I have an Etsy shop, and I will see about putting some things together to make cards over the next few days. And I will, this is inspiring me. Apparently, it inspired everybody else here.
I love
And
that.
yeah. Thank you. And
Really cute
other
wall.
things, I have some other images as well. I'm going to put some things together. I also recently got a new set of stamps that are kind of cool.
Ooh.
They're fairies. They're dark
Ooh, I
fairies.
like berries.
They're more like
Really so cute.
they're more like
Really so cute. I'm excited.
they're dark.
I got a thing for fairies.
I'm
I
really
like them.
excited.
Oh crap! I just got all ooh. I'm sorry.
Anyway, okay, all of my social media is Heather Dewey Pettit. Also, my Etsy shop is Heather Dewey Pettit, because why not? And I hope everybody enjoyed coming. I hope you guys enjoyed coming. I hope everybody enjoyed watching in the chat, and I hope anybody who may watch the replay enjoys watching the replay. And thank you very much. And I hope everybody has a good night and has pleasant dreams.
That would be nice.
By the way, I currently stream at 7 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday nights Eastern. So I think that's it. Thanks so much, everybody. Catch you later. Bye.